Mondays through Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. In the newsroom, you can't afford to miss it.
Now welcome to the newsroom on OSBC television. One of the crimes which society does not take kindly to, and which various states of the federation that have promulgated laws and stringent punishment for is to rape. Well, there are some other things that are associated with it. It may not be rape means having a forceful carnal knowledge of a person, but when you take the advantage of the condition or situation of a girl or a lady or a woman or because of her age, and then you have a carnal knowledge of that an individual, you have committed a crime at the same time. So we have a report making the rounds, reported by a newspaper, that some people, particularly two men, went, so to speak, into the school for special needs at the stadium area in Osogbo, and they had an knowledge of two senior secondary school female students of the school. They are not blind, but they are deaf female students. So the two men, as reported, one from Okine area, one from Mofatedo area. So they have an knowledge of the law. What is funnier is that the two men who committed the infraction are also deaf. Now, the newspaper that reported the incident actually wrote certain things which the principal of the school has come out to perform. Now, number one, the newspaper wrote that the crime took place within the school premises, and that it took place in the female hostel, and that some of the male teachers of the school are also accomplices in the crime, and that some of the male teachers usually send nude pictures of these students to men outside as a way of selling them to anybody who wants to have sex with them. They sex with them in return for money. But the principal has come out. So let's leave that for now. But let's go to the coffin. Two deaf men tricking two female underage, age 12 and 16.
Well, actually, it is abominable, no doubt about it, for us to have this kind of development in the 21st century. If you look at it very well, the issue of defilement, has been seriously rampant, in our society in recent times. Hardly will you wake up in the morning that you not listen to such stories in the papers or any news media that one person has been defied by someone. Most especially this happened to underage victims. And honestly speaking, this is not
Underage and handicapped.
Handicapped, I'm still going there. Now, looking at what the newspaper reported, it happened in the school, in the female hostel. Let's talk about the security architecture.
The principal had come out to debunk that. Because the two criminals have been, the two suspects, so to speak, have been arrested.
Okay, so have they actually, confirmed that it never happened there?
Not confirmed, according to the school principal, that it happened, but not anything near his
Where did it
structure.
happen? How did the student get out of the school premises to have fallen victim of that act?
And those who committed the crimes are also deaf too.
Deaf too. Members of the public, not students of that school. So, there are more to it than, meet the eyes. We have not actually gotten to the root of this matter, but it has been established that it happened. So what I want to say here is that it's even, ungodly, for you to capitalize on, the
the disability
Yes.
of an underage girl.
Yeah. For you to defy such a, it's criminal. You understand? And and this goes to show that what we've been talking about all this year, if there are no consequences for certain actions being taken by certain individuals, these issues will continue to rear its ugly head, in our society, unless and until when we're able, to use certain people as scapegoats. Let the law take its full course, But at the end of the day, you'll be hearing that one KBC has intervened and one very important person has intervened. And that will be the end of it all. We should always do things the right way so that all these things cannot repeat itself. But I want it.
Okay, you raised something that I want to align with. That, okay, if it didn't happen in school, where did it happen?
Yeah.
If it happened outside the school, who allowed the two female students to leave their hostel or to leave the school? Because one thing is, I read the story painstakingly. One of the executives of the Association of the Deaf People in Osun State, for that matter, also, came in, and the story was that those who committed the crime, look at that, put a phone call across to the female student to treat them out of the question is, how will two deaf men put a call through to two deaf?
This is what we are saying. So we should check the school management. You understand? And honestly speaking, the state government should try as much as possible.
Really, yes.
To show
interest. Yes, the government has shown interest already.
In this, and get to the root of it all. And don't let me deceive you. It shows that this has been happening.
Exactly.
You understand? And we have not been hearing news. We should commend the reporter that actually went after this story.
Either it took place in the school or not,
it happened.
And it might not be the first.
And it is criminal. You understand? There are legislations, that we have that actually protect all these vulnerable people in our society. So where are these laws? Who is activating them? What should be done to whoever who flouts this law? These are some of the things we should be looking at. And I would want to advise that the government should take, more interest in the welfare of the students in that school. Look at the, security architecture of that school. You understand?
And ironically, the school shares boundary with the police barrack.
That's it. So when you look at all these issues surrounding this matter, some people are very, very economical with the truth. And that is where, the government should go all out to get to the bottom of this matter and let us have those involved welcome.
Yes, two young men, and I want to, according to the report, we have to give kudos to the parents of the two, because the school had to get in touch with the officers of NSCPC. So the officers went to Okini and Ofatedo, and on two occasions they met one at home with the parents. Another one was supposed to have gone to church. So the two parents separately promised to produce their children and what they did. So they have been held now.
Because and that shows those ones are ready to help the government get to the root of the matter. What their children are
and maybe they even know that their children have the tendency to commit such an infraction.
If it were to be some other parent, they would say no anymore. You understand? Now for the fact that there are even, people with disabilities also, it calls to question what is really happening. It is not even those who are very okay that even committed this crime, but
those who are not even
those who are
handicapped too.
committing such.
You know, with fellow deaf and dumb, citizens. I think then the allegation that some of the staff of the school are culpable should not be,
sending those pictures of the mature female students to men outside.
because you wonder. They should be asked
Yes,
questions.
I keep saying it. The principal has come out to debunk the allegations, but we just have to be discussing it.
Of course, definitely we have to. And we need to look at options. It's one thing to tell a story, you know, then it's for you to be able to analyze the stories.
Another one, the principal said the female hostel has a teacher who is in charge.
Okay.
Then the question is, if the thing didn't take place in the school, it took place outside, how did the two female students get out of the school?
You know, so people should answer these questions. And, you know, we will have to direct these questions to the appropriate, you know, person.
Exactly.
You understand? The security person, they must have passed through the gate of the school.
No, they might have so to speak, jumped the fence.
Okay. Then security is not, it's not solid. That's the implication. You know, if these people can be able to do that, how much of it has been happening in the past that have not been reported, we may not know. You know, when this kind of thing happens, that is when you get to hear all sorts of stories. That so time this happened, so time this happened. But my take on this is for the government to take passionate interest in this and get to the root of the matter.
And then another question for this school is this, or let's say for the hostel master herself. Okay, if the hostel closes by 9 p.m. after the regular preparatory classes, I think the teacher ought to take what we call it to register roll call of each of you. So you should know which one is missing, which one is not.
You know, security has been made very easy now. You know, let me tell you. Few cameras, you know, CCTV cameras will do the job. I could recollect when my son was in Roseville school, you know, the boarding house. You know, he would tell me, Mama would just call around 10, 11 in the night and say, security, what is happening at so place, what is happening at so. Monitoring the students, even from home. You understand? If private individuals can do that, when you have people like this, they are special people. That's what they call them.
Yeah, people
And
with special
needs. So you should be able to, you know, take very good care of them. And part of it is to provide, you know, very good security to monitor their well-being, their welfare. You understand? At times, you know, you give people certain things to give to them to support them, they won't give. So how do you monitor? You know, there should be mechanisms to do all that seamlessly. Honestly speaking, I can be in Lagos, I'll be monitoring my house in Osun. You know, there are gadgets you can, how much are these gadgets that the government can provide? So I think we have to be holistic about this whole issue. Security, the teachers, the management, the government. We should all come to, even the parents.
Don't just dump your child.
Don't just dump.
I think that
should be follow-up.
There
should be follow-up, you know, and that is when they know that, you know, you are checking on them, you are following up, you know, those who want to perpetrate all this, you know, dastardly acts, you know, they won't be able to do it because they will have it at the back of their mind that some people are watching. But when all these facilities are not, you know, on ground, you know, they'll have the opportunity of doing whatever they want.
Yes, it is the responsibility of the entire society to make sure that this set of people are well protected. When you are having an unlawful collaboration of the deaf student, the student cannot shout.
No.
If you want to force a normal person, the lady will shout. But somebody who cannot talk, what do you expect? So that is an express way of taking advantage of so
And even if truly some teachers or some staff, are culpable in this, then it is very, very, very unfair. You understand?
unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate. And those people I'm not
I'm not
saying,
passing judgment.
they are involved, but if they are, then they are not worthy, honestly, to be near such a facility.
Yes, it is the responsibility of everybody in society to take care of this kind of students. That is why the government has taken it upon itself to establish the school for students with special needs. So we just don't have to leave it to the school alone. The parents, as today as rightly pointed out, we have to use the language. Follow. Don't just come around and dump your children there thinking the government is going to provide everything, all there are some philanthropists.
And some parents, because they have such children, they just feel that we don't want to associate with them. Let us go and dump them there and severe relationship. You don't do that. You don't do that.
We have to, in our institutions, the blind, the deaf, go to universities and NGOs and are employed by the government. They can't marry.
Look at
They produce children.
the former essay to Governor Adeleke on people with disabilities. Dr. Adeleke, barrister Adeleke. He used to
was
have a
always our
program
guest here.
of this
Beyond limits.
and when I was covering Akala in
Nevada
Osun State, then very, very active man, but blind.
Blind. Yes,
If you see his philanthropic effort in Oyo State, it will wow you because he was always everywhere. You understand? Despite his disability, he told me a story sometimes that some people duped him. You understand? And he told me how he was able to, get those people arrested and collected the amount of money they collected from it. He just went to the MTN office, explained the situation to MTN, and they had a plan to call those people that they played one blah 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 that they have won certain amount of money that they should come to the MTN office at so location to collect their thousands of naira gifts. Those people came, they were rounded up and dealt with, according to the law. Though he is blind, but very, very, very alert. Very, very alert. So I think, like they say, there's ability in disability. You don't just dump them. You cannot query God why He gave you such, children, and since they are yours, you cannot just go and abandon them for them to continue to suffer. And God will not even be happy about it.
And lastly, we should also see it beyond just having a sexual canal knowledge of the student with disability, because the society is going to today.
Don't let us, coat it with sweet words. It's defilement.
I understand defilement.
It's defilement.
What I want to say is this: if it is just
criminal.
If it's just to derive for sexual pleasure,
yes,
it's another thing, criminal. But you can imagine
the Child Rights Act is against it. Everything is against it.
You can imagine trying to use these children for rituals.
That's another
through
thing.
sexual intercourse.
That's another thing. That's
That is
another
another
thing.
angle to it.
Yeah.
Everybody is looking for a way of making money quickly.
Are they really making the money?
I don't know how many of them have become that good or become academic or have become, I don't know.
It's just
That's
another
not
thing.
okay, you use the young babies to derive just ordinary sexual pleasure, there's another thing. But you may at the same time have to use them ritually, and the result may not be immediate.
You are right.
The effect may not be immediate. That is it. So the government, the media must show real interest in this matter.
Honestly, because these kind of cases are terribly underreported. I did something in my master's thesis on child defilement. You know, and what we have discovered is that these issues are seriously underreported. You know,
Even by the parents of the victims.
you understand? Because they say, you understand? Because of the issue of stigmatization. So they run away from it. And another angle to it is that the media just report sensational. Lajubo become a man of 60 years old defied a girl of 12 years old. You understand? And that would be the end. What about the consequences? You know, what have we done to nip that problem in the bud? We just report and we go. We just report and we go. So I think the media has a responsibility to even go further, you know, and even charge the government to come up with policies, you know, on how, you know, these, you know, issues can be totally eradicated in our society.
Yeah, I think today the government has a duty now to intensify security around the religious school. Yeah, hospitality. Electric back wire fence will still be installed there, and why not, as you suggested, CCTV cameras, and even deploying more security personnel there. The school shares a boundary with the police barracks, so one will not, one will kind of imagine how will somebody just come to fence it to me.
And another thing, it shouldn't be when we are having anniversaries or we are celebrating stuff that we
will
always
have to go there to visit them.
You know, let them have a sense of belonging also, because they are part and parcel of the society. So we really need to do more. And even if you go to this facility at testing ground, being overseen by the Ministry of Women Affairs, you know, there's welfare.
Welfare.
You know,
We used to call it welfare.
go and check the children there. Go and check their situation. You know, we really need to be up and doing. You know, we really need to remember all those children. You know, imagine, you know, when you go there, you see all sorts of cases. I've been there. I've seen cases. Imagine a 9-year-old boy who killed a child. Held there. You know, you have all sorts of cases. It is only when you visit these facilities that you know what is happening. A lot is happening in our society, and we really need to be very, very careful, most especially around these children with special needs.
So what Christ told today, and for what we is my name. These children are ours. There is ability in disability. They have their own way of contributing positively to society, to impact positively on society. So much has been said. The investigation should continue. Whoever is found culpable must be punished. Yes, as must roll. That brings an edition of Adeleke. And I'll call it tomorrow evening, same time, same station. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Principal.
Mondays to Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom.